Hey, well, good afternoon, everybody, wherever you may be. This is Dan with Retire Eats Delivers, and first of all, I'd like to ease everybody's mind who watched my last video and saw that right there at the end, I had a little problem in the car wash. It became a little frantic for me. I may have had a psychological meltdown there. It's getting a little noisy in here. I gotta go now. But hey, that's how that day ended. That was my first day doing Amazon Flex. So since then, I've done one other Amazon Flex shift, and I've got to say that there's a couple of factors that occurred on both of those blocks. They were both 3.5 hour blocks with 40 plus packages and 30 plus drops. On both of those, the routes that I was given were in very bad driving conditions. The first one on that day, it was all 2 and 3 acre ranch parcels, dirt roads. A good third of those places had dog issues where I had to stop what I was doing, figure out where am I going to put this package. I've been alerted on the app, beware the dog at the place, but there's 100 yards between the front gate of the place and the front door. I can see the dog's dog food. I may invest in binoculars, but the second Amazon Flex shift I did, which was a few days after that, it was the same kind of thing, except it was in hilly and mountainous terrain. It wasn't all dirt roads, but 2 packages I physically could not deliver because my vehicle won't do a 45-degree grade. That's silly. I'm not going to kill my car and possibly injure myself bringing you a sack of socks. So I brought those back to the station. Now, both of those were, again, 3.5 hour blocks that paid $75.50. Neither of those did I get done in time. I went over on both of those because of how terrible the terrain was that I had to traverse in my car. It just slowed everything down. And the problem with the dogs. And that just slows everything down. And then the couple of times where I had to talk to support to say, hey, listen, I can't deliver this thing. So, yeah, and I know I'm brand new with the Amazon Flex. However, I found both of those blocks to be difficult and unpleasant. So here's what I'm doing today. I am running Grubhub and I am running Walmart Spark. Now, I'm waiting at Walmart right now for my next order. I can tell you that in my first hour, I have made $36.58. That's 2 Grubhub runs and a Walmart Spark order, and I've driven 16 miles. I averaged on the 2 Amazon Flex blocks 70 miles. So that's 140 miles for $150, and I'm not even doing $1 a mile. So what's worth it, what isn't? Dropping a sack of burgers 1.5 miles from a burger place and getting $10 for it, that's pretty kickback. So we're going to see what happens on the second hour. If I can make $36, then I'll have done in 2 hours with food delivery and Walmart Spark what it was extremely difficult to do in 3.5 or 4 hours with Amazon Flex, and I'll have driven less than half the mile. I anticipate that's going to happen. I'm about a minute away from going and picking up a Walmart Spark order, which is it's $12 going 1.33 miles. It's a small order, and I'll be back online, and this will be starting the second hour of this experiment. We're going to see how it goes. I'm going to report back in. Is this the end of my Amazon Flex career? Going to grab this thing. Well, I'm back at Walmart for another first come first serve ASAP order. It's this one's $11 going like 2.5 miles. I'm only 7 minutes into the second hour. This is going pretty good. I'm digging it. It's just a lot more laid back and stress-free compared to the Amazon Flex. This is going to turn out to be about a 14-minute order when it's all said and done, and then we'll see what luck brings us next. But we're doing well. I've parked in a parking lot. I got Walmart behind me. There's a Wendy's right there. I'm near the Prescott Valley Entertainment District, where all of the restaurants that are in this area are. Here's what Grubhub is showing right now. I got that little orange speck there, and you see my blue dot there, so they're not really happening too much right now. But this area over here is historic Prescott area. Usually what happens is Prescott Valley gets hot first, and then the historic district gets hot after that. And it gets busier toward the weekend. Let's take a look at DoorDash, it just went from dark red to gray, so that's going on right now. So let's flip on Spark since I'm right next door to Walmart. I'm just going to put it on until 8 p.m. There you go. We're on. Let's see what the what my zone is looking like. There it is. We're on the downslope of busyness for Walmart Spark. It's 7 after 7, so if I get anything right now, it's going to be some kind of first come first serve order. So that's that. We'll see what pops. Accepted an $8 order from Panda Express that's going about 3 miles. This is an Uber Eats order, and I am essentially in the parking lot of Panda Express. We're gonna weasel our way over there right now.
Turn right on North Glassford Hill Road.
Just accepted and picked up an order at Taco Bell, and I have now got it on board. It was ready to go. It was more of a problem of just getting somebody to pay attention to me, even though they had like 11 employees in there. Nobody was really paying attention to the mobile orders, at least handing them out. They feel like getting the food on the shelf is the finish line. Getting it out to the driver is really none of their concern. That's awesome. Usually that's a bad manager. Anyway, going to deliver this one. It's going 1.9 miles. I forget exactly what the payout was. It was $8 or $9. It's a good order. Another Uber Eats order. That's $10 going 3 miles back to Taco Bell. Who would have thunk that Uber Eats would have been the big dog in the apps tonight?
In a quarter-mile, turn left on Pathway.
Yeah, I know. It's getting dark. We're going to call it right here. Thanks for riding along with me today. It was interesting. I'll give you the stats later to see how close we came to 4 hours of food delivery in Spark, matching up with Amazon Flex. And so here's how all that broke down. On Amazon day one, I worked 4 hours. I made $75.50. I dropped 46 packages to 33 different places, and I drove 71 miles. That's bad math. Now, on my challenge day, I gave myself 4 hours. I was just going to do Spark, but I decided, what the heck, I'm going to turn on Grubhub and Uber Eats too. And here's how that broke down. On Spark, I did 2 orders with 2 drops. I drove 10 miles and made $21.67. On Grubhub, I did 6 orders with 6 drops, $66.01. I drove 28 miles. And on Uber Eats, I made $28.50 on 3 orders, 3 drops, 9 miles. My total for that day, 4 hours with those 3 apps, Spark, Grubhub, Uber Eats, $116.11 in 4 hours, and I drove 47 miles. Pretty much half of the driving I did on Flex. Of course, the advantage on Flex, you pick up once. But man, that pickup takes a while. That's 40 minutes of picking up those 47 packages and then trying to organize them in your car and figure out where you're going. And you have no idea how far away from the station your first drop is. I had the added fun of making the same money for the same amount of time. Then I had to drive 2 of those orders back to the station because they were undeliverable. That was awesome. I can tell you that I am just very relaxed and no stress doing Spark, Grubhub, Uber Eats, or any of the other food delivery type apps. That Amazon Flex, the 2 blocks that I've done, is a meat grinder. So anyway, thanks for tuning in. Subscribe to my channel if you already haven't. Hit the like button, hit the notification bell. Thanks for tuning in. See you on the next one.